It's time for a brand new In the Trenches bracket here at Pro Football Weekly, and now we are trying to figure out who has the best defense in the NFL. You fans get to vote, but the Pro Football Weekly editorial staff has narrowed it down to 8 teams. Our first round matchups include the Eagles against the 49ers, the Texans against the Seahawks, the Giants against the Steelers, and our first matchup today, which is the Ravens against the Jets. PFW senior editor Eric Edholm and associate editor Kevin Fishbane go in the trenches to hash out the argument.
All right, Eric, I know you probably think you have this one in the bag. I'll let you go first, but I'm pretty confident in the New York Jets. Go ahead. Why are the Ravens better?
You sure you want to go through with this?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do this. All right. Ray Lewis, Hall of Famer. Ed Reed, Hall of Famer. Terrell Suggs, yeah, I know he's hurt, but when he comes back, and I think he's going to be back sooner than anybody thinks, he's going to be a terrific player. And they're going to be even better this year. That's right, better than last year's team. And not because of guys like Reed and an injured Suggs and Lewis and people like that, because of the young core of talent they have. Guys like Terrence Cody, Arthur Jones, McClellan, Danelle Ellerbe, Jimmy Smith did a great job on Gronkowski. You know, I mean, all these players are going to pick up the slack. Kruger will step in for Suggs when he goes down. And oh yeah, they got this player named Haloti Ngata who can play pretty much any technique along the defensive line. May not put up the big stats, but pretty much just dominates, can stop the run, can also create an inside pass rush. So with these 4 guys and a terrific supporting cast around them, I think the Ravens, to a man, are better than the Jets up and down.
Oh, well, you started my argument for me. I really appreciate that. Let me start here. Terrell Suggs, hurt. Yeah. Ed Reed, getting up there. Ray Lewis, maybe this is his last year. Not to take anything away from those 3 guys. Obviously, 3 of the best at their position, maybe in the history of the game. But those 3 guys are not the way they used to be. And Suggs, when he gets back, who knows what he'll be like. The guys you mentioned, Ellerbe, Kruger, Jones, who are these guys? I mean, I'm talking Jets. I'm talking Darrelle Revis, Antonio Cromartie, best cornerback duo in the NFL. Darrelle Revis, the best corner in the game. You want to talk about young players, you want to talk about young, maybe unknown, under-the-radar players. How about Quinn Cobles and Muhammad Wilkerson down there on that defensive line getting after the quarterback? I'll take those guys and that cornerback tandem over a Ravens team that maybe is a little bit past its prime.
I'm still not crazy about the depth, though. You know, Kyle Wilson, I'm still not sure about. I like Wilkerson, as you mentioned. I'm not sure about Coples yet. Some of the depth there, and maybe some age at linebacker on that Jets defense. Safety was a huge problem. Attacking the middle of the field became something that opponents did. You look at what teams did down the stretch. The Giants laid 29 on them. The Eagles put 45 on them. They were a 5-8 team at the time. You know, the Dolphins beat them down the stretch. So I didn't like the way they played down the stretch. I thought this was a defense in decline. Whereas you look at the Ravens, they were all the way up, all through the loss of the Patriots. They really shut down Tom Brady and company in that game. They were actually better in the playoff run than they were in the regular season. So to me, I'll take that over a slumping Jets defense with those 2 stars you mentioned.
I'll give you that the 2011 was not the Jets season. Right. I mean, Rex Ryan was upfront about that. Their defense, especially against the run, not as good as it was supposed to be. Whole new year, though. The Jets got a healthy Brian Thomas, maybe Calvin Pace a little healthier, making a bigger impact on the field. You mentioned safeties. I knew you were going to bring it up. Jeremiah Bell, LaRon Landry. What if those guys step up? You know, Jeremiah Bell, he does what he does. He stops the run in the box. Eric Smith maybe getting him in a more comfortable position, not covering Rob Gronkowski like he did a couple times last year. LaRon Landry, though, he's the wild card. What if he's healthy? What if he's in that form we saw a couple years ago in Washington? Then the Jets suddenly have that difference maker in the back end they've been looking for to replace Jim Leonard. And the thing about the Ravens, too, with that defense, in addition to the fact that it's aging, they had some miscues on that defensive side, especially against the pass. I know they can get after the passer. We know they can stop the run. But I don't know about those cornerbacks. If they're playing some of those wide receivers, when they got to play Mike Wallace, Antonio Brown, the Steelers, I'm not very confident in those Baltimore Ravens corners to lock guys down.
Still, I think overall the Ravens, the way they performed in the red zone when it really counted, best team in the best defense in the NFL inside the 20. Jets were middle of the pack, and I really see them taking a step back. I think they covered up a lot of mistakes, especially early in the season. I think the talent is not as good as we think it is in New York. All these pieces, the depth is incredible. The defensive talent that Ozzie Newsome's put out there is amazing. Whereas with the Jets, I really don't think, other than a couple of positions, that they're all that stacked.
I think the Ravens definitely have the whole part, but those guys getting older, maybe this is the year the Ravens take a step back. Remember, the Jets are only 2-3 years out from being a top 5 defense, especially against the run. And they got a guy in Tim Tebow. Maybe they'll throw him on defense once in a while.
Now you're getting desperate, Kevin. Ravens are the pick.
So who has the better defense, the Baltimore Ravens or the New York Jets? That's up for you to decide. You can cast your vote a number of ways. Leave your vote in the comments section on YouTube or send us your vote via Twitter. Or participate in the poll at facebook.com/ProFootballWeekly or at ProFootballWeekly.com.